everyone. Good day and welcome again once more to One Global Movement, where we have decided to come together to help children, young people, and women worldwide to help them in the challenges that they face that we all know, especially hunger. Hunger is something that everyone has to be concerned about because without food we can't do anything. We don't have the energy to do anything. So, and in order to help these children study well or do their business well or whatever ventures they are carrying out in the world, it's so important that we make sure that they eat. They're not just eating physical food. We are making sure that their souls, their bodies, and their minds are well fed because you can eat physical food, but if these other areas are not being fed well, according to divine intervention, then we are still bringing the same challenges onto these children and young people and women and families, of course, because it starts with us, the adults, the parents, and the caregivers around these children. So thank you guys so much. And first of all, I want to wish everyone that celebrates Valentine's Day a happy Valentine's Day today, the 14th. I know that some people already celebrated and some are still going to start and some are already doing it. So happy Valentine's Day to all of you, especially from the children and ambassadors of One Global Movement, which we will read it after this. Sister, we will also have it in the mother's chat. If you can also access it there, and then you can also read it from there. If you can do that too, that would be nice. At the end of the show, we can do that from there. All right. And I'll make sure that it is there. So thank you again. Thank you. Thank you. Hold on. Keep pressing forward. You're not just going to reach the finish line. You're going to pass the finish line. You can't stop at all. We have to keep pressing on because the issues that face children and young people and women around the world are continuous issues. They were there yesterday. They are here today. They're still going to be there tomorrow. But in the middle of these things and in the middle of these challenges, we still have to press on. Remember, Christ who died for us was in the biggest challenge of all times and in the whole world. But what did he do? He pressed on. He never gave up because challenges is an indication that a big breakthrough is coming. You don't give up because it is only in our challenges that we see our breakthroughs, and not just breakthroughs, we see overflows in those breakthroughs. And it is true. I'm learning it every day and I'm being happy because before I used to just say, but why is this happening? I ask questions, but it's not supposed to. No, it is supposed to. When you embrace this and with that kind of mindset, you will have the resources that will help you to continue to move forward with determination to win. So thank you guys so much. And again, thanks, Mr. Ashman Farah, for bringing us here together for the purpose of uplifting humanity from our hearts. So thank you. Happy Valentine's again. And today we are still in celebrating Black history. I say, like we say here, celebrating Black history for life, because every history is supposed to be celebrated for life. What we're doing here is as a result of the legacy and initiative of others, and that is history. The books that we are reading and the things that we are doing, what Mr. Ashman Farah is history. We all are history. So it's a good thing to put our eyes on the ball and do what is necessary to help this population. So we are in the Mantle of Hope Revolution, part 305, celebrating Black history for life. And the theme is Living with Heart, the power of purpose in tackling global challenges. Leading with heart, the power of purpose in tackling global challenges. This leading with heart and purpose, these are very, very important terms that apply in everything that we do in life. No matter what, whether you're eating, whether you're taking a shower, whether you're driving, whether you're speaking, whether you are teaching your children, whatever you're doing, these things are very important. And when we talk about the heart, is the good side of the heart, because the heart can be turned into the other side that is not so good for us and our families and our children. And then purpose is something that we all are born with. We are all Born with purpose. Welcome, Melanie. So, purpose is something that we are all born with. If you have not yet found your purpose, then we need to talk. We need to do this together, because sometimes it's not because you haven't found it, it's because of your environment. Some of the things that you're surrounded with, it can really make people to be confused. Think about a situation where a child is running for their dear life, or a mother or a father is trying to shield their children from danger, from things that are not healthy for them. Think about that. Or even in the situation of an illness, or in a situation of societal creations. So these things can really get people to the background, that they don't even think that, you know what, I have purpose. I was created with purpose. I was created with greatness. So it's difficult, especially when you don't eat. How are you going to be able to even think that you can work on your purpose? It becomes challenging. So this is what we are here talking about. So this is very important. We all need to find our purpose. And that is why One Global Movement's purpose here is to help children, young people, and women to eradicate hunger, illiteracy, poverty, and all other challenges that are facing them worldwide, and to help them build generational wealth while living a life of leadership and purpose. And so, always purpose, purpose, purpose. And you are here because of purpose. Sister Yvonne is here because of purpose. Without purpose, we will not be living other things that we think that are important for us to do, to be here. But because of that purpose, that's why we come together to do this. Because of purpose, Mr. Ashman Father brought us together to do these things in the war. So Black History Month is a celebration of resilience, a testimony of hope, and a call to action. So One Global Movement honors the past by building a future with purpose, a future where hunger, illiteracy, and poverty are defeated for all, not just for one and not the other, for all. So the legacy of Black history is written in courage, in wisdom, and the power of community, which we all have here. We are here as a community. So One Global Movement stands to ensure that every child, regardless of their background, every woman, regardless of their upbringing, and every young person, regardless of the challenges that they face in various aspects of their life, has the freedom to dream, to learn, and to rise, so that they can pass that same legacy onto others and their families. From the roots of struggle, we all know we struggle with one thing or the other. From the roots of struggles grew the fruit of triumph. Christ, as we know, suffered a lot, and he overcame those things because he had a purpose. He knew that they sent him on earth here to save us for a purpose. And he carried that purpose, and he was ready because he embraced that purpose with all his entire being. That's why those things that were thrown against him, he found the need and the courage to go through and to champion the cause of you and I. That's why we are here today. So it's so important. One Global Movement believes that when we uplift one, we uplift all, because true freedom is found in empowering every generation, not one generation and not the other. We know that because when you empower me and you don't empower the other person, guess what? The same problems will persist. What we see going on around the world is because we think that we can be so greedy and we have the power and the strength without knowing that the power comes from the one that created us with purpose. And when we do these things, we see the chaos, we see the confusion, we see the killings, the hunger, and everything that is going on around the world, because we think that we can empower this sector and not the other sector. Children are paramount. You can never talk about building a society without young people, without children. And we are here, you and I, we are stewards to this population. And the earlier we really put ourselves into that role that was given to us, the better. Otherwise, our lives will continue to go the way that it is going without having a headway in life. Those things are going to be there, but you're going to have a headway because you know that you were created with this purpose for a purpose. And that is why we are here today. So through education, which is the bridge from history to destiny, One Global Movement carries the torch of Black excellence Black excellence, ensuring that all our children, all our young people, women, everyone has the knowledge to create a brighter tomorrow, has that knowledge. And remember, don't think that these challenges are going to leave you, but you're going to be empowered with the knowledge that you can navigate these things and still work on your purpose and still impact other people. So the dream of freedom and equality is alive in the hearts of those of us, on those of you who dare to change the world positively. One Global Movement honors Black history by ensuring no child, no young person, no woman is left behind in hunger. No, no, it hurts. It's left behind without the knowledge to know how to do something, not just to read, but to really do something from the heart with that purpose that you've been given and to eradicate poverty. We all were born rich. I am rich. I never thought for the single moment, even when I was little, that I was poor. Never. Because my grandmother knew that we were not poor because we are not. We come from royalty, especially the royalty of Almighty God, not the earthly royalty that we think about. And so we are not poor at all. It is a mindset. Let's get away with that thing that keeps telling us, oh, we're poor, oh, I cannot do this because I was not born in this class, I was not born in this group. Those classes are not there. It is in our mind. Even when you are suppressed, you're oppressed, you're abused, take it out and do something, and don't keep thinking about that thing, because when what you think about is what is going to persist. Remember the power of our words. Yes, you have these challenges. Yes, you've been oppressed. Yes, you've been abused. Yes, your parents have treated you in a way that you may not like, or they're not supposed to. But what are you doing about it is what is here. What is here is what comes through your mouth. And remember, those words will empower you. So I am going to give the stage to my beautiful sister so that we can start this discussion on leading with heart, the power of purpose in tackling global challenges. What do you guys think, sister? Take it on. I know I really just want to hear from you guys what you have to say. Take it away.
I love that you put that part in there because you see, hello everyone. It starts with that spot right there in the heart because, as I've always said, it's not that we don't have the resources to tackle this. It should have been done away with by now. It's the intentionality that's not there because of all the other social ills that people put here, as you say. But the Bible talks about the heart. It says, guard your heart with all diligence because out of it springs the issues of life. And the issues
Mhm,
of life are just what we are seeing here, but it's been corrupted. The issues of life mean that we should think of one another as we think of ourselves. The Bible
mhm,
says to love others as you love yourself. Of course, you can't love others if you don't love yourself, right? So he
right.
means for you to understand that that's two things: love yourself and love others, but not to love yourself better than you love others, not to be greedy and say, just my family, my country, my society, my race, what my
Mhm,
color, my ethnic group. That's not what he's saying. Everybody is supposed to have a purpose to come here and love one another. And that
mhm,
is why we're facing these challenges, as you say, tackling the global challenges. That's the issue that we're talking about today. And there are so many, but they stem from the same thing: greed, selfishness, injustice, unfairness, thinking of the other person because they're different as less than. Those are the problems. Sure, the problems are societal and they come from our institutions and everything, but it's people that are in these institutions. So that's why they are not run properly. So that's
mhm.
what I'm going to say for now, sister. And then I will pass it over to Sister Melanie. I'm sure she has something to say as well. So please go ahead.
I always have something to say.
Of course.
For
Sister
you.
Yvonne, Mundih, and Sister Finn, and everybody else who's here present. Hello, hello, hello.
Mhm,
Yes,
Yes.
Sister Yvonne, I agree, both of you, actually. Um, the purpose is a shared vision, right?
Mhm.
We all have
Yes.
visions. The shared
Mhm.
vision should be among all of us. Like, we are disciples. We are disciples. We are also on the battlefield together. So there's war going on around. When I say war, not physical war, but war in the airwaves.
mhm,
When we are doing good, there's always, again, the adversaries. So we strive together. We bring a vision, and the vision is to look after the young children of the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
by us sharing in that vision, that is the purpose. That is the purpose we are tackling global challenges, because it's again together. No one
Yes.
person cannot do it. Sister Yvonne, you said over and over, no man is an island, and we all keep saying that. So
Yes.
with the shared vision, when we get together, it's a beautiful thing, because everybody can contribute one way or the other, an idea
Mm-hmm.
and a vision and even an innovation, because some people are good at thinking things that they can start with. Well, I can do it too, but some people are better still, And then together, when we put our eggs in one basket, how beautiful is that going to be for all,
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
know, for all. And regardless of, we don't look at, as you said, we don't look at skin color, creed, what that person did to us before, or forefathers. Yes, it's a reality, but we have to put it behind us, move
Yes.
forward, and
Mm-hmm.
work together, because that's the only way we can beat our adversaries who are working in the atmosphere and
Mm-hmm.
trying to chronic our minds with poisonous things, making us think we can go further, we are sick, we can do things because we are disabled. No, no, he gave us ability. The word is
Mm-hmm.
ability, not disability.
Yes.
The world has conformed so much to the things of the world, like people in the world, that we think when we get sick, we have a cold. Oh, my lungs has collapsed. Oh, my this, my that. And we feel disabled. So we go for all these meds that causes other side effects. I know I'm
Yes.
straying a little, but
I know
I'm
what
just
you mean.
talking
Yes.
about, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we have the ability to even fight, yeah, the common flu that we call the walking pneumonia, the whatever, the nonsense they're talking about. There's lots of things we can do together. And our
Yes.
purpose here on life is to see to it that things go right with our own brothers and sisters, especially the children who can fend for themselves. Our purpose here in this life is for us to look after each other. I know Ellen DeGeneres signing. Yeah, I liked the reason why, because at the end of a show, her slogan was "Take care of each other." You hear? And I love that, because I mean, she's who she is, but I liked her for that, because we are together in this life.
Yeah.
If we don't come together and voice what is going on, the wrong things in this life, how are they going to know? I mean, they already know. They're playing stupid, or they're playing that they don't know what they're doing. But if we don't go forward, march, you know, I'm not saying we
Yes.
walk in the street with posters, but march in solidarity, voice our opinions, welcome people to the programs that we are in, or to the lives when the life gets going, and,
Exactly.
make them aware of what we are going to do to feed children around the globe.
Yes.
How is that going to happen when we don't come together as a people?
We do.
You know,
Yep.
how are we
Exactly.
going to do it?
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
So the shared vision is for all of us. All of us. We
Absolutely.
can't just stay on the sidelines and say, that person they know how to speak, or they know how to put. No,
No. No.
when we come together and we partake in things, then we build our skills in talking, in whatever the other person is doing, or whatever that other person is doing, because we learn from each other. And
Yep.
collaboratively,
Yep.
we
We all have
help.
a part to play. We all have a part to play. Every
Yes,
one of
and that, right. And
it.
that is our purpose.
It is.
I, 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 I draw the picture now in my mind. The lady with Elijah, the lady, the son. When he came by, I always refer to my apartment here as the lady with a son with Elijah, because when he came by, he asked her to bake a cake. I don't know if that's in the Bible, but that's biblical, as they say. And
Yes.
then she
Yeah.
said she has little, just some flour and some oil. Then he repeated it, bake a cake.
Mm-hmm.
Then she said, I only have for me and my son enough. Then he
Yep.
said, he's pressing on his word, right? So she saw the vision. Finally, she got it. So she went and she baked that cake. She did
Yep.
whatever. What happened? Her barn was filled with corn and oil.
Sure.
And Sister Yvonne, why I said that, because I heard you said a while ago, Sister Yvonne Mundih as well. Um, Stop saying we are poor. I never had the inkling of in my mind that I am poor. I always say maybe I'm lacking this now, but I
Exactly.
also expand by saying my barn will be filled with corn and oil because he said so. You know,
Yes.
Yep.
I may be
Yep.
struggling now. I may be crying, whatever it is, painful in my body, whatever, but he hasn't forgotten us. Never
Yeah.
has he
Never.
forgotten us. It's we that are bringing ourselves down and beating
Mm-hmm.
ourselves up. So when we are to share in the vision, that doesn't mean we have to be like iron and say we are so strong and mighty. We are not. We are human, flesh and blood.
Mm-hmm.
But by being with each other, by siding with each other in the glorious way, the way that he intends, by helping in what is coming forth, even if we have not yet seen it. However, by doing that, we collaboratively will bring our skills, whatever we have, together. And that is the purpose we are going to serve, to look after these children in this life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as I always say, I look at my room. My room is like a little storage because I brought the whole storage to my room. On either side is filled with stuff that I don't need. And I'm thinking every day, I want to get a barrel. How am I going to do this? I need to get somewhere for me to get to deliver these things because what am I doing with it?
Mm-hmm.
You know? And that's one of the purposes. We have people who need it, but yet we keep it. As Sister Yvonne said, don't be looking after yourself because that's selfishness. I mean, you're not saying that we shouldn't be looking after ourselves, things like that. But
But everything
be
in balance and reason,
yeah,
sister.
be
Everything in balance and reason.
right.
Yes.
Be selfless. Give what you have, what you don't need. Give what you don't need. It's going to help somebody or family and bring them a longer way than you think it is. You're thinking what you have is no good, but somebody else, one man's junk, and it's not junk, it's good things. It's another
Mm-hmm.
man's treasure, as the saying goes. So that was my
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you guys so much. This is so beautiful, you know.
yeah.
When we come together, this is the purpose. When we come together, things begin to move. Because when you think that you can do something all by yourself, it doesn't get anywhere that much.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah, this is very, very important. When you talk about this, God knows, like in Jeremiah 29:11, that I know the plans I have for you, and
Absolutely.
they are plans to give you hope and a future. And he
Mm-hmm.
says that with certainty. He's not just saying. That is very certain. I use that a lot. That was a lot what I to
Me too.
fast, to do whatever. Every
Yes,
morning,
me
that is
too.
what wakes me up from bed. Because he
Yes,
already
yes,
knows they are plans
yes.
to prosper you and to give you a future. Because he's prospering you every day. You're breathing today. If you don't
Absolutely.
thank him for that breath that you have today, then how can you get the other thing? If you don't thank him for the beautiful, look at the beautiful red things that we are wearing today, celebrate, how can you do the other? This because society has made us to believe that no, you have to look but up there or out there, which it is right here. It is you who have to manifest these things. And I'm saying this to myself. I'm teaching myself as well because
We
this is what
always
I
do
do
that. Yes, we
every
must.
day.
Yes,
This is what I
yes.
do every day. If you're thinking about a little girl that was born under a controversy, how is it that this girl did not pass away like the others, and you stay? That
Yes.
means God has a purpose. And if I'm sitting here, so, oh, I'm sick, I can do this, I can't think right, then I'm killing myself. I'm killing that purpose. And so celebrating Black History Leading with Heart is underscores the importance of purpose-driven initiatives in addressing global challenges, such as
Yes.
hunger, always hunger, illiteracy, and poverty. And remember, illiteracy is not like you are not literate. It's not, we're not talking about classroom. Classroom encouragement for illiteracy is good, but that's
Yes.
not the only way. That's not the only way. I don't want our mothers or our fathers or other people that don't are not fortunate to sit in it
Yeah.
in a formal classroom to think that they are not illiterate. No, you are educated in your language, And you can use that to impact yourself, your home, and your environment. You are educated in other things. There are skills. If you look around the world, there is this young man that just popped up from nowhere. His purpose was there from a very young age. He doesn't want to go to school. He was always in the junkyard, gathering things, tools and things to build something. Guess what that young man is doing right now? He is manufacturing cars without gas that don't need no gas, they don't need nothing. That's exactly what he's doing. So our purpose is on us. It's on us, the parents, for our children to be able to find their purpose. If we keep thinking, comparing, I have to listen, but to this person, not to say you shouldn't listen. You know that if somebody is telling you something that you know that it's a good thing, you will feel it. You will know. Don't push yourself just because you want to belong. No, you got to follow what God has put in your system to do. So One Global Movement is amplifying this approach by focusing on empowering children, young people, women worldwide. Embrace who you are. Whether you have everything or not, what you have is exactly what you need for that present moment. Do not
Amen.
try to struggle to have other things and then to try to go to the fast lane when it's not meant for you. And what you don't have, thank God for what you don't have. Because God knows that that thing would not help you at that present moment. And if you're looking for something, okay, we all are looking for money, of course. Money is an enabler. But you have to, first of all, build this foundation that will attract that money, because that's an attraction that you're going to use your purpose. You're going to use your character to attract those things to come to you. So One Global Movement's mission centers on defeating these things by you through your heart and a purpose-driven leadership, among
Amen.
other things. So by
So,
providing motivational sources and sharing life stories and sharing our material thing, sharing our heart, sharing our purpose, then we are gradually getting to where God wants us to be.
okay, so another principle that I'm glad that Sister Melanie brought up, because it's the widow of Zarephath, and it was a test because they were facing a famine, you know the story and whatever. But the whole idea is that we have forgotten that you have to give. It's the law of sowing and receiving. You give before you get. You
There you go.
cannot reap a harvest unless you've sown it. And that is what is a lot of things that's missing in this society. People want to grab, 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 but they haven't done anything for you, to you, through you. They just don't want to give, or at least they want to give the least amount and reap the biggest harvest. It's the law of nature, and it's not going to work like that. It just does not work. It's a law, like gravity. You have to be giving before you're going to receive. And we better teach our children that. Sister Mundih, when I were talking about before the show started, everybody has to go back to that idea. You must give before you get. In business, in anything else, you have to be solving a problem, helping somebody, sowing before you reaping. So that was a
Yes.
test from God when Elijah asked her that, because it was a mindset shift for her. She's saying she's poor, like what Dr. Mundih is saying. Don't say that. I don't have anything. No matter what you have, it's enough for the time to
Yes.
start. It's enough to share. It's enough to seed. When you plant one seed in the ground, it doesn't just come up one. It bears other things, right? Like you plant a tree and it grows tons of mangoes or whatever. It's something that we've kind of gotten away from, because I don't know if it's the internet or just the society in which we're living. People think they should just grab everything from out of the air. They don't do anything for it. That's not how it works. Start where you are and get there. A smile, a helping hand, something. You have something in your hand.
Yep. 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 The thing that has been put into your hands is right there. And in
It
your
is.
hand means it's in your heart. But we don't just see it. And we have everything. I always think that I have everything. And we do. We do have
We do have it.
every single thing. Like you say, the principle of sowing. You cannot want to have something when you don't know. If you don't give, take out of your heart, take out of
Yes.
yourself and give it. You create this loophole within you for God to fill it back up. If you leave things up to
Exactly.
here and you're not moving them out, how are you
Exactly.
going to get more? And if
Yeah.
you're praying for an overflow, it's already there. And we
Yes.
have it.
See,
Each and every one of us has it. We
we
do
have,
have it. The
we
thing
do.
is, we have to define a clear-cut mission because we have
Amen.
that purpose. Define it, identify the core problem you are passionate about solving. Ask yourself, what am I passionate about solving? Mr. Ashman Father was passionate about solving problems that face the builders of every society, which is the
Yeah.
future, the young
Mm.
people. He was
Yeah.
passionate through the eyes of a little boy. But before then, that was his purpose. The little boy was just an activator that came along to activate
Yes.
that purpose in him. And now he's stretching
Absolutely.
his hand out
Mm-hmm.
to the society. We are sitting there. Where's the money? Where is this? What have you done? That's not the kind of thing that you do. We have to invest in him so that will also help him
Yes. Yeah.
invest in us so that we can do things better. So set specific, measurable, and actionable goals, such
Yeah.
as now I have so many programs now that I've written eliminating hunger,
Gotcha.
illiteracy,
Yeah.
eliminating illiteracy, building generational wealth so that we eradicate that poverty. We're not poor. The world makes us believe. We go to the internet. The internet is there if we use it ethically, but we know that a lot of people are throwing things out there. Get rich overnight. Or have you ever made for 40 something $1,000 a month? You can do this by this marketing. No, don't go there. Don't go
When
there.
the money.
I've been there before. I've been there, and now I learn because all what
Yes.
we talk here today is something that I've been learning over the years. It takes
Yes.
years, up to 30 years, to build a solid foundation that will last for posterity. So that when
Yes.
we are long gone, it will still be there, and then the
Exactly.
next generation will continue. So we
Mm-hmm.
have to educate and raise awareness, like we are
Mm-hmm.
doing here. You don't get where you do not sow. Never. That is the
Yep.
rule of nature. God
Mm-hmm.
made it
It
that
is.
way.
It
God
is.
Himself was sowing every day. He created Adam. He stepped back
Yes.
and looked and said, "Oh, what else do I need to do? Is this good? Okay, not so good enough. Let me do this." He created the world. It was a vast land of ocean.
Yeah.
He said, "But what can I do?" He stepped back and then he did it again. You fail, you did it again because you're learning through your process. Before you know, you are a self learner. You build yourself through learning. What I'm doing here today, you think I know? I do it every day. I do it every day. And I write it
Exactly.
down. And you guys, I know that you're doing the same thing.
Same thing.
Because otherwise, I would not have been able to even sit here and say a word because I'll be so ashamed. And say it. Come here and say it. Say it. Fail your way to success. That is the way God made the world. That's why second chances are there. You are given
Yes.
a lot of second chances. I am done the same. I'm not better than any of you guys. You're
Yes.
not better than me. No,
No,
we just have our own purpose that was gifted to us from birth. Remember,
that's right.
before
That's
we were
it.
formed in our mother's womb, our
Ye-
future was already written. And it was
Yep.
a future of greatness. It was a future with prosperity, a future of good,
Yes.
a future of happiness. We hear those things every day. We're not preaching here, but this is the gospel of one global movement because
Yeah.
it is through divine intervention that we can do the best that we can for this
Yeah.
most vulnerable population in the world.
Yeah. Yes.
Can I say something, sister?
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm sitting there with condition in my hair.
Mhm.
I just threw on the scarf because I saw you guys were in red. So I said, let me just, just kind of freshen it up. If but with all that being said, the purpose of opening our hearts. Sometimes I used to have a habit of saying, oh, my hair is not done. My place is not clean. Although it looks tidy, but
Yes.
it has to be
Yes.
spick
I know
and
what you
span
mean.
to
Yes.
welcome someone.
Mm-hmm.
In this life, we have to change all of that mindset
Mhm.
Yeah.
because 2 weeks ago, I don't think I shared that yet. I had a sister who just popped up, not my biological, but a sister.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Cameroon, Sister Yvonne. So
Okay.
she came
Wow.
to my
I
door,
think we need
right?
to go to Cameroon now.
Right. She's from another city, but she came to my door. I'm hearing the little faint knock on the door,
Mhm.
and I shared that with one person. So I looked for the people. I said, "Oh, wow, she's here." Like, I wouldn't call the name, but I opened the door. I say, "Hey," I was happy, because here I am. It's me and my son, and then there's another female coming.
Yeah.
I couldn't care less how my
To
place.
place.
I mean, first thing I told her, okay, I haven't. My place is not dirty, but I haven't I tidied up, but I haven't cleaned up. Said, Sister Mel, no, 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 no. Sister Mel, you open up your heart, And then
There
she
you
came
go.
in here. Okay, I wasn't expecting her to bring anything. She's taking out little things one by one and saying, Sister Mel, this is what I brought you. You're so nice. I brought you those. Guess
Oh,
Yeah.
what? My sister had passed by again unannounced the week before, the Saturday before.
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
She brought me a load of Caribbean food. Sister Yvonne, the pumpkin, the
I know
everything,
what you're
codfish.
talking about. Yes.
So that sister now from another city, who I call a sister by another mother, she brought me
Mm,
the rest of the things to make up. It's almost like they knew what I needed. And I'm saying,
yes.
whose doing is that? So
Yes.
my sister remind me, Mel, I know you very well. And I'm not
Yes.
saying it to boast, but God knows you have a heart. I don't
Yeah.
want to cry.
There you
Oh,
go. There you
You
go.
give. You
it's a
just give.
just a
You
Yeah.
test of
just give.
yes.
You don't look
Yep.
back. So she said, Mel, you deserve it. So I said,
There you
thank
go.
you. I said to her, thank you. This is how we're
Mhm.
supposed to be in this life.
Absolutely.
We are
Absolutely.
looking so close. We are looking for the big things like other people, big apple, the bushels of apple. But the
Mhm.
little things we
Yep.
do, this is what
Yep.
people remember. This is
Yep.
Sure.
what will be recompensed for.
Yep.
So I just
Always.
wanted
Yep.
to share that. And forget
Thank
what
you.
you look like,
Thank you. Thank you.
how you dress. I mean, I
Yep.
dress appropriate for the screen, mind you. Sister Yvonne, am I?
Yes, of course.
You
You're
are.
beautiful though. Both of you look beautiful. Both
I'm
of
an
you look
actor. I cry and I talk. It's okay.
no,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's part of it because
Yeah.
I'm a crybaby too. When
Yeah.
I'm
So,
happy, I cry because those are
yeah.
tears of happiness, and we have to let those things flow
Yes.
Yeah.
effortlessly because
Yes.
otherwise, when you stuff off something, it can come out in a different way that is not good, which is what we're trying to teach our children, and
Yeah.
Absolutely.
to really create that environment where they have a voice, they express themselves regardless of their shortcomings, because we all do have shortcomings. We can be
Yes.
able to do that because, mind you, I have failed a lot.
Uh,
So have
I
we.
failed a lot. Even it came to the point where uh, uh, kept asking the question, why? And my
Right.
grandmother's, I had to begin to trust in the belief. I trust in my grandmother's belief in me before
Mm-hmm.
my own belief kicked in later on.
Of
I was
course.
doubting. I was
Yes.
always thinking, why are these children like this? And I am not like this. Why are they doing these things? And they can't let me do this thing. So,
Right.
one thing that we need to really help our children, that mindset thing, and what the world is doing. So that because a lot of our children have been so fooled and now they're having psychological problems, we too. The world say, no, this is how it's supposed to be. That is not the way it's supposed to be. That's not the way God put it into you. We want these kids to be able to express themselves the way they want, and how the way that the gift was given to them, the way that is being downloaded in them. Sometimes you tell a child something and you want that child to begin to do that thing right away. They have not really assimilated that thing. They've not really think about it. We let them think about it. Sometimes you're teaching a child and they don't even do what you're doing for months, but all of a sudden they start doing it because that is when they have that mind space for that. That is to
yeah.
say, we shouldn't force things, we shouldn't push things.
That's
Like
true.
here in Unpassive, we are pushing things a lot. I must tell you, do you want us to be alive, or you want our lives to be jeopardized just because we want that money? What are you doing? Go out and sell a bottle of water. That is you're working with purpose. Go out and talk, go into the school system and say something to the children that will
But
empower those children.
may I say something? That is not the mindset of our CEO. He's always maintained that we are
Yes,
to do what we can, do something
yes,
else, you know. So it's our our
It's
members that are some of
yes,
them.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
us, the
yeah,
members that are trying to tarnish what he is doing, and of
yeah.
course some other powers. But we have to understand the challenges for anything that lasts for posterity is exactly what Mr. Ashmufari is going through.
A good firm
Exactly
foundation.
what,
Yes,
and
yes.
that's something that is serving humanity from the heart.
Yep, yep.
And if you are building a future, which is the children, what else? They're going to want to fight you. The devil will be there to fight you to make sure that you give up. But he's not giving up. And therefore, we shouldn't be giving up because he himself said, go take what I'm helping you today with into your various endeavors so that
Exactly.
tomorrow, when the apples start falling, you will move faster. If you're
Yep,
waiting,
yep.
you're killing your own purpose. We should never have to wait for everything. So let us mobilize and empower communities like we are doing now with One Global Movement. We are already
Yes,
empowering communities, starting here from home. Home is the United States where I live. I have to start from here. We involve local leaders, young people, and grassroots organizations. Of course, we have to start from the grassroots. We're not going to be
we
going
do.
to those companies that are already well established. If they fall, they can pick up themselves. But we are going to the mother that is unable to put food on the table for the children. We are
Yes,
going to the mother that does not have health insurance or it doesn't even have a right to the hospital. That's where we are going. We need
yes,
to. You can give a right to somebody to the hospital. Just go into your church or your community and say, who needs a right to something if you can do that? Or
yeah,
who needs a little bit of money to help pay for medication? Or who needs a bag of potatoes? Maybe $5 for potatoes. Please,
sure.
this is what we can do. When you do that, that $5, you've already sown 5 million into your own heavenly account and it will come to you. Let's do something. Let's not sit and say we are waiting for apples. What have you done to those apples that you're waiting for? Remember that unpassive has been given to us free. Maybe I don't know how people think, but that's the way I see it.
I see it
That's the
like
way
that
I
too.
see it.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
One Global Movement is all about that. We want to do this so that when those apples come, we know that we are ready to go after these children in different direction. You guys are there in Canada, I'm here in the USA, and me, I'm working on the whole world, well, three
I
countries.
know you.
So everybody goes in different directions, and we do it and do it with happiness. Then you realize that, oh, you were missing out on something. You're missing out on your happiness by not implementing your purpose. This is what it
Yes.
means. Don't you feel happy when you give something out? I feel
I know
happy.
I do. I sure do. Yes.
See, but and you guys are giving here. It's not like giving money or something, but this is exactly what you're doing here. You're giving. This makes us happy here and to want to do more. And therefore, the people in the chat as well.
That's why I keep saying we all have something that we can sow. It's like your seeds program or your 5 chicks. It's sowing, it's doing, it's giving. Even a thought, a prayer, something, anything. Tell a mother that you will watch the kids while she takes a little break. That's
There you
giving.
go. Yes,
It,
yes.
it's it can be practical, it can be spiritual, it can be any other thing that the person needs. And you won't know until you open your heart.
There you go. There you go.
You won't know until you open your heart, like what Sister Melanie is just sharing with us.
Yes.
She opened her door and it just came in. Good
Yep.
stuff.
They
Because
have
she,
children. Sorry.
yeah, but because
I
she's
have
so scared. Yes,
yes.
yes,
That's exactly what she did. I have
yeah,
a lot of children around here. They call me mommy, which I really love.
yeah,
And I work with this young girl, and I'm fit to be her mother. And she
yeah.
has these little children. And I said, when you and your husband think about going on honeymoon, bring those children home.
There
We
you
can take
go.
care of those children, and you're gone for 2-3 days. Because when
Yes.
those children come here, they don't want to go back. They just want to say, I'm staying with Auntie. I'm staying. They're so energetic, and that alone is helping me to do some exercise, not just sitting in one place. So we think about everything in a positive light. So let us lead with integrity and passion. Be
Yeah,
so passionate about something that you're so enthusiastic that nobody can take it away from you. Like
yeah,
now, when I'm talking here, some people will be like, because I have a mental problem of especially forgetfulness. I
yeah.
forget a lot. That's why I write, because of my accident. But when
Yes,
I'm here, oh, that helps me a lot. So let us stay
yes,
committed to ethical practices and social responsibility. Let us
yes.
inspire others through the action that we just talk about, not just words. Not just word, or you can be there if you're a student. Just time if a child is being bullied, you just be there and really be listening and looking, making. You don't have to say a word, so that that child will be confident that you know what, I am
Somebody's there.
here. I know
Yeah.
that this is happening to you, but I
Yeah.
support you because I'm going to stand here so that nobody hurts you. You know,
Right.
your actions
Exactly.
will speak, and
It
let
does.
us just inspire others in different
Yes.
ways. Like
Yes.
in the chat here, you guys are writing. Those are ways. A lot of time I go back, I read everything here, and then I write down the things that are going to help me, which is
Yes.
very, very important. We all can do something. Mr.
We all
Ashmufara is
can.
already doing it. Let us do it. Before he even came into our life, we have our purpose. We are created with one. Let us continue
Yes.
to do that. And doing it for all, not just for Black
Yeah.
people, because this
Right.
is Black History Month, but I say Black History for life
I
because I
agree.
want to be celebrated for life. I want all Black children to be celebrated for life for their achievements. Those that have gone before or that have built bridges that we enjoy around the world are supposed to be celebrated among others, not just
Yes.
them. We don't have,
Yeah.
when we pinpoint one thing and not everything, to me that kind of tells a lot of things like greed. The greed is being shown. Oh, let me just do this so that they will know that I'm doing. No, we got to celebrate all histories and
Yes.
celebrate all the time. We are
Yes.
quoting from Mahatma Gandhi. We should be quoting from Martin Luther King Jr. We should be quoting
Everybody. Yes.
from,
Yes.
we should be
Yes.
quoting from Maya Angelou. We should be quoting from my grandmother. We should be quoting from our
Everybody.
parents. Let us not let this rest. You guys have histories in your family. Even if you are in sync with that person or not, quote those people with the great things that they have done. You have to start from home. I'm quoting my grandmother all over the world because without my grandmother,
Yes.
I would not be
Absolutely.
here. I'm quoting my village. I'm quoting my mom because without
Yes.
them, I would not be here. We need to do that. Let us not let the world say, no, this is how you have to think. This is who you have to quote. You guys are doing great things here. When I'm writing, I quote. You guys are already going to be in the book, okay? So just so you know, because your names are
Just
already in there.
just kindly spell my name correctly, please.
Yes, I will. I will. I'll send it to you. You are the professional editor, so I'll
I'm
send everything.
teasing.
Yes. So all the names here are already there. Mr. Ashbury's name is already there. Okay. So we need to quote our own. Quote your children. What great things
Yes.
have your children done? They are living
Have
their
said.
purpose. Quote them
Yes.
and make
Yes.
them so may feel they are really leading with purpose. Not just
Yes.
say, oh, you didn't do this or this. You didn't do everything right. I didn't do everything right. But we are
Exactly.
Yes.
here saying that we are leaders. So we are saying the same thing. We have everything.
We
Stand
do.
up and
We
say,
do. We
I
do.
am, I have greatness within me. I was
Yes.
born for such a time as this. I
As
was
this.
born to change the world. I was given a purpose. I was born with greatness all the time. I say that when I
Absolutely.
say that, that is what is helping me for my memory to start coming back because it's been a long time. It's been a
Yes.
long time before I got to this point. So this is beautiful. I love it. Happy Valentine's again. I'm so glad that you guys are so beautiful.
And
What?
before you go, you can
What
write
is
on it with a white marker, right? Because it's
yes.
black, like a blackboard.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not gonna say what I'm doing if it yet, but it's supposed to be for memories.
Yes.
But it's
Yes.
thick.
Can you send me
So
the book? Because I need a lot of things. I have sticky notes, I have things, and there's
Can you send
somebody
me the
that is
book?
there's a therapist helping me that comes home to help me to remember things and also to help me with my mail and other things because I can't remember things very well.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a book, Sister Yvonne. It's like an album, but I find it's precious because it's all black.
Where did
Not
you
Yeah.
buy it
because
from?
Where did you get
it
that?
was
She's asking.
it's from Marshalls.
Can
Okay,
you
there
buy
you
me
go.
No,
one? I wire the money to you.
okay, so I'll tell you. I always look for the one that is ordinary.
Yes.
Yes.
So I look for there was one black one, believe it or not, and there's a green one, there's a
Uh-huh.
white one, and there's a pink one. So that one stands out. And I like the
Yes.
word. The best things in life are those we love, the places we've been, and the memories we've made along the way.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
The pages or the sleeves in this thing is for a purpose. But when I start doing it, then I will talk about it.
No,
Because
Yes.
I don't.
buy me one. I know what you're gonna do, and I'm gonna do it
She wants
Okay,
my
it.
own
are
way.
you sure you know what I'm gonna do?
I do. I do.
Okay.
Because you're already a good person, so I know what you're gonna do.
Okay. If I hope I can get a black one.
No, get a
Yeah.
black one. Go there
O-
and tell, if you don't get, they'll order it and send it to you.
Okay, but you know those places like Sister Yvonne, Yvonne Finn as well, Yvonne.
Yes,
So
yes,
Winners,
yes.
Marshalls, Home Sense, they're all brand name, but they don't get a variety. Like say, and they get a variety, but they don't get a
How do they call
quantity.
it? How do they call
Yes.
that?
It's it,
Marshalls.
it's Free Sisters stores. So Winners, Marshalls, and Home Sense.
Because I
Yes.
don't know if I can go online. If I can go online, I know what to look for. I can also order it from online.
Yeah, they are online, and I'll send you
Send
there's
me the
no name.
picture. I will
Yeah,
look for it.
it's
Yeah.
it's hard to tell because there's not even a brand name in there. You have to see the item.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is it? Yes, yes. You'll
Okay,
figure it out.
there's the name inside the cover, so I'll let you
Please
know.
do it. Do it.
Okay,
Otherwise,
there
I'll
you
ask you
go.
to go and shop for
Yeah.
it, and then you and I get online and I order it. I
Yes,
like
but
that.
Okay.
it's a little secret. So that's just to show. With all honestly, right now I'm feeling my collarbone has a little abnormal stuff in it. I don't have to
Mhm.
share that, but it cannot have me concerned a bit. But with all of that, it's not gonna keep me down,
Yes.
right?
No.
That
Yes.
is not gonna keep me down because they said that too shall pass.
It will.
I don't want to give it a name. I will go check it out, which
Yes.
That's
I've
why I
already
say
made a point of.
I'm not
But
going to resign my faith. Right now, I don't work. It's almost 3 years.
yeah,
I don't work. And I must admit, because I'm being helped now. Otherwise, I
Yes.
cannot live in my home.
Yes.
And so
yes,
I want to do the best, everything possible in my capacity to get off that help. I need to get up
Absolutely.
and do what God
Absolutely.
has designed
exactly,
for me. Because
Because you
behind
exactly.
don't
those things,
grow, you
you
don't
get
grow by
depressed.
staying there. Yeah,
You
you
get
don't grow when you
depressed,
stay
and then
there.
the illness will even be there.
Yes.
If I'm
Yes.
doing this, I'm remembering things are happening well. So it's a good thing, you know.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it
So
can take a hold of you. It can.
yes,
Mhm.
yes, it
Yeah.
can. So let us appreciate our
Acknowledge
audience.
our attendees.
Yes, yes. We have hello, Demandra Nath Singha. How are you, sir? Thank you so much for joining us today. If you're new, you're welcome here. And if you celebrate Valentine's Day, happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to my Uncle John. How are you, John?
Yes.
Thank you so much for being the managing director that you are for children in the world. We appreciate you. I am working as a standing on the field. Wow. That's another one coming, right? Thank you so
Yes.
much. Keep doing it, John. We are cheering you up and we are praying for you. And we
Yes.
have Sir Giri Malapala. How are you, sir? Thank you so much for joining us here today. We highly appreciate you. And let's go down here. And our sister is always greetings, everyone, and happy Valentine's Day to all who celebrate. Thank you, as always, for your support for the OGM vision and mission to give a voice to the voiceless. Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And let's go here. Leading with heart, the power of purpose in tackling global challenges. Yes, it's only leading with heart that can really resolve the world's problems.
It
I'm
is.
telling you, if we,
Yes.
we need to, and it is us doing it so that others, when we do it quietly on the ground, before you know, you have
Yes.
transformed nations, all the nations of the world. And that's what we're doing
Absolutely.
here. So,
Yes.
and as well, please like, follow. This is the link. Always like, make it a duty if you can, in order to help children, to bring in 10 people to like and follow the first Facebook page. Please do that while we are working, because there is we have a professional site builder that is working on One Global Movement. Because we started it, we realized that we must involve a
You must
professional.
have a site.
And so,
Yes.
and
Yes.
this
Yes.
professional is it's uh it's from a mission, like an NGO, which is a church, so they help
Okay.
other
Yes.
NGOs to do those things. So,
Yeah.
and at a very minimal cost, which is good.
That's very good. It's like bartering. They have the physical, the technical ability, and so they're
Oh,
supporting.
yes,
Wow, that's
yes,
nice. Very
yes.
good.
Hello, Brother Levy. Happy Valentine's Day. How are you from the sunny Pretoria? Thank you so much for joining us here today. Our love to you and the family. And we
Yes.
have Sir Abdul Sattar. How are you? Thank you so much, sir, for joining us here. And let us go down. I know that people they are celebrating and eating for those who do.
I'm not eating on screen. No
No,
way.
no, not on screen. Those that didn't have the opportunity to come here, they are celebrating, eating. So just keep some for us, okay? Don't finish everything. Hello, Manoji Jane. How are you, sir? Thank you so much for joining us here today. Happy Valentine's Day if you do celebrate it with your family. Hello, Dancing Queen Nancy. Happy Valentine's Day to you and family. And thank you so much for joining us. We miss you on the stage here. So we're hoping that in the future you're going to join us soon. Thank you so much, Nancy, for all you
Yes.
do. And of course, our beautiful Melanie is right here with us. And thank
Yes,
you
she
so much
made
for
it.
always supporting us.
Mhm.
You know, you make it so better for all of us here because when Sister Yvonne might not be here because people have family things, I know that you're always here too. So we
Mhm.
thank God for everything that is happening to us. But let us keep working to that point where we will start our conferences, global conferences, moving from one nation to the other, spreading the gospel of one global movement to the world. Thank you. And we have Royale. How are you, sister? Thank you so much for joining us. If you're new here, please be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can get all the notification, okay? And we also have the Facebook link to like and follow. All winner and passive family, we are in to so win it. Thank you, Unpassive family. Thank you as well. Thank you. Yep, we are so in it to win it. And just what?
He's
Just
just popping in to say
Hey,
hello.
hello. I was going to say, is it pooping? No, not pooping.
That's
Mr.
funny.
Mundih,
Thank
really?
you so much, John. Thank you. I almost misread that. And we have our brother, Shuji Jana. Thank you so much, sir. Happy Valentine's Day to you and your family. And if you celebrate it, and thank you for always supporting us here on stage and off stage. We appreciate you. And we have hashtag OP Brian Roy, whatever Canada. Well, I don't know how
He's
to pronounce that name. Crutch,
crotch,
Crutch,
crotch.
Crutch.
Yes, yes,
Thank you
yes.
so much, sir. Happy Valentine's Day, and thank you for joining us from Canada. It looks like Canada is always leading. All right.
Yeah, Canada.
Go Canada.
We need to really catch up with them very quick. Not competing though, but just catching up in a good way.
I hear you.
Hello,
Yes.
Sister Clover Kelly. How are you? Good afternoon, ladies of One Global Movement. Greetings, our brothers and sisters. I hope we have a happy Valentine's. Love, love. Thank you so much, and happy
Thank you.
Valentine's to you as well with family. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
And then, we have Sir Katik Santra. Happy Valentine's Day to you and family if you celebrate it. Thank you so much, sir, for always being that support that we need here for our children, young people, and women. And thank you. And hello to our regulars and newbies as well. Everyone, please bring someone else here with you. Spread the word, spread the gospel about One Global Movement, Speak with Heart, and our purpose and vision. Yes, John. Thank you. Thank you.
Mhm.
And let's go here. We have Sir Ojala Kuma. How are you? Happy Valentine's Day if you celebrate that. Thank you so much for being part of what we're doing here to support children and young people worldwide. We appreciate you. And Sister Melanie said, congratulations, John. Your daddy's got
Got
your
your
back.
back.
He knows.
Nice.
He will see you and every one of us through, as you already know. Good for you.
Good
Yes.
for you.
Our
Yep.
daddy, the divine, John, things will go through, okay? Because you're doing a good work. That's good.
Yep.
Thank you, Melanie.
Mhm.
And again, this is the Facebook page link here. Please let us support them. We start small. Remember, we cannot wanting to bring those apples into One Global Movement when we are not, first of all, doing the little things for the groundwork. Do
Yes.
something. Be sure to bring some people, help them if they don't know what to do, help them to do this so that you must have also helped them to be watching it on YouTube. Like I've helped a lot of parents in my community here who don't
Yes.
know how to do those things. And
Yes.
it's all colors, they don't know, okay? Because they want to
Mhm.
stick to what they know. They don't want to go into this AI because they are afraid that something is
I
going to
know.
break.
I know. I
But
know.
when you help them, they are happy. So they will have everything right there. So thank you. And
Yeah.
happy Valentine's Day to my lovely hashtag unpassive family.
Thank you, Brother Sweet. Thank
Thank you.
you.
We
To you
love you
too.
all. And I'm just going to give the stage to Sister Melanie to close it for the day because you're wearing this bright red.
Thank you, Sister Yvonne.
Yeah.
Well, to all who are listening and with us sisters here, we know that in this world we do not belong alone. We belong to a group. We belong as family. So why don't we do our best while we are here? Why don't we come here together for a purpose, right? The purpose is to serve and being on the humanity field. And this is what Unpassive is all about. So we are hoping that more will come out. You know, as Sister Yvonne said, bring one, bring two, bring all. So we
Yes.
can together collaboratively work to do this thing that God has placed us here to do. Let's leave all our pains and aches and whatever we are complaining about every day. We have our full body parts, so let's use it to do the best we can. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much for that brilliant conclusion. That is her
Well
call to
said. Well
action.
said. Well
That's
said.
a call to action. Let's do the best that we have been called to do. And so Sir AP says, I'm not going to let go until I have to pop in to say happy Valentine's Day to all here. Love you all. Thank you. Happy Valentine's to you and family. Thank you guys so much. Until Wednesday. But remember, One Global Movement has recordings for Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays that you can always anchor yourself, your children, and your family there because we are in this together. We love you all. Happy Valentine's Day. Go and enjoy. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Don't eat
Thank
too
you.
much
Bye, everybody.
candies. Bye.
No too much sweet. Nuh-uh.
Only